Good morning. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite moment of the week because I have one of my all-time favorite LinkedIn people here today, and it is Blast and a Half. I'm Lauren from Portfolio Rocket, and today we have the amazing, just in case you don't know her, oh my goodness, this is going to be such a treat. This is Jillian Whitney, and Jillian, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jillian Whitney. I am a video marketing coach and I help people with easy peasy video. I specialize in LinkedIn video, but I'm here today to answer any questions that you have on your job seeking journey that involves video. So let's get stuck in.
Let's get started. So, oh my goodness, this is about video for job seekers. And as you can see in my little banner, I said, yes, you, because you job seekers are not only going to learn about why video is so important, but also how you can use it and yes, get the ickies out of the way. And, you know, we know there are lots of people that are saying, but not me, don't make me do it. And so we want to dispel the myth that you have to be some kind of, performer or some kind of extrovert or some kind of person who is born comfortable with video, because to be honest with you, no one is. And so I would love, Jillian, for you to share with us a little bit about the advantages that video offers job seekers that other formats don't.
Okay, so first of all, it's the closest thing that we have to being 3D. When we're on video, it's like our presence. We're leaping out of the laptop, so to speak. And that's how I like to think of it. I actually have a little Bitmoji where I'm Bitmoji Jillian leaping out of the laptop, because that's what video does. It allows you to get off the flat page, and you think about your resume and it's like, I'm in an office here surrounded by paper. Paper has no personality. Our videos do. They have our essence. So it's a way to rise above the noise so that people actually see you and take notice and capitalize on the fact that other people aren't doing video. It just kind of gives you that edge. It's like starting a race and kind of already being a couple of blocks ahead of everyone else. And then there's also, we are in a video world. So video shows that you're tech savvy. And that is important, because we talked a few seconds ago and I said, it's like being able to type 20 years ago. If you couldn't type, you needed to have a job where somebody was going to do all your dictation for you and do all your typing. Well, now it's like that's what video is. We're on conferences, we're on Zoom meetings, we're on virtual events, we're sending sales videos, promotional videos. Video is where it's at. So we have to just learn to embrace it, turn the fear into excitement, and you'll blast off.
I love this because when I was a recruiter, inevitably we would look at somebody's resume and we would say, looks good on paper. That person looks good on paper. And I think we've all experienced that, where there's something that is amiss when you have what is either on your resume, even on your LinkedIn profile, and then you meet this person and it's like, oh,
they're not them.
That's not you. Or that's just not exactly what I understood was being presented.
Exactly.
The other point that you made, which I think really translates to job seekers, is that being on video shows your presence. And that could be presence in the client-facing capacity, presenting in front of, a large number of people, being able to lead your team. So this is an opportunity to send the signal that you have those skills. You have the leadership, you have the impact, and you have the ability to, either present, use your voice, and really have the ability to influence a larger group of people with how you show up, right?
Absolutely. 100%. 100%.
So this is awesome. And now we're going to get into the real issue, because you and I talk about this. I know other coaches have talked about this. When I suggest to some of my clients, you know, if you really want to nail this, what about doing a video? And they look at me like I have 7 heads, you know, like, are you, what? What? You want me to do a video? And I say, yeah, because you guys are creatives and marketers. You're looking for innovation, and this is innovative. It may not be cutting edge, but it's certainly a step outside of the norm. So, right. What do you do if you are that person that's like, not me, no way, right. I'm not doing it, I'm uncomfortable?
Practice, 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 practice. You have to, like you said, Lauren, earlier, the only way in it is through it. You have to just jump in with both feet, but practice in a private space. It doesn't mean that you need to get onto Facebook or LinkedIn and just start telling us what you had for breakfast today and feeling very, very self-conscious. It's like practice in a private space. LinkedIn provides you with this built right in. It's free. Anybody can use it. You go into the job tab, you click on interview prep, you get a nice little video prompts of questions you would typically get at an interview, and record yourself and just get comfortable. If Lauren is your coach, you can send those videos to her through direct message, or you can just delete them once they're done. You can pick up your cell phone and you can just go ahead every day, do video for just a couple of minutes and just talk about, okay, maybe you're nervous. Put your dog on your lap or go out for a walk. Get outside and just say, okay, I'm thinking today I'll talk about this, and never send it to anybody. This is just your private space to begin looking at ourselves on camera and saying, you know what? They're pretty okay. I like this person. It's not so horrible. So that's what I say to people. Get comfortable with the tools, get comfortable with looking at yourself, and you'll discover you kind of like yourself. You'll begin to enjoy it, actually, if you take that journey.
So I just put the path here for anybody who is not familiar with how to get to the interview prep, where you can use video as a way to, you know, get the kinks out, right? Awesome. Here we are with curly hair. Get the kinks out and make sure that you're practicing, because there's nothing worse than getting to the interview and, you know, using Jerry Seinfeld, humana, humana, humana. You know, you want to be, you want to have that fluid. You will build that comfortability, if that is a word, through the practice. And I mean, I have done hundreds of takes for things, even a keynote, and certainly my cover story. And I mean, I'm like talking to myself. I'm like, this sucks, you know, and goodbye. And then the next and the next and the next. So use this feature on LinkedIn, go to jobs, interview prep, and then you'll have the ability to send it to a friend or a coach, and ask them what you heard, what they heard, what was clear, what was unclear, where you can improve. So
absolutely. And I also suggest Zoom, because so much of our interviewing is on Zoom. If you find you do more Google Meet, you know, kind of figure out the platform where you're having to show up for interviews so that you learn the tech and you're comfortable. So you can get on Zoom, the free version, you can record yourself, get in there, put on a filter and wear like rabbit ears or something. Get over yourself, like just do something. But I always tell people, don't wait to get on Zoom for the interview and say, oh, I don't remember how to attach my mic. Do it every day so that when you get to an interview, the tech is second nature. You don't even think about it anymore.
Awesome. So we're just going to say hi to a few of our friends. Thank you so much, Tegan, for being here. We love you. Erica, thank you too. We love you back. And of course, the amazing Jeff Young, and always invited to an epic event. We can't do anything without our Superman. And Alana Fowler, I hope that you saw this path. I'll put it back up again for where you can practice. So go to LinkedIn, jobs, click on interview prep, and then you can send it to somebody else for them to give you some feedback and work from there. So what are your three, and I used easy peasy because easy peasy is all about what you have shared, like consistently on LinkedIn. I mean, I'll call Jillian for an easy peasy tip like I did yesterday. And so, it is not a requirement to make it complicated. You can easy peasy this down. So aside from the great tip that you gave with the job drop down, what are the three easy peasy tools that you can use to get started?
Okay, so first of all, I love using Vimeo. And that is one thing that I would suggest that job seekers have is either Vimeo or Loom. Those are the two programs that I think every job seeker, you can go and get a free account. You don't have to spend any money here, guys. You can get a free account. And Vimeo, for instance, that's a great way for you to leave a video with a recruiter. If you want to do a video resume, something like that, Vimeo is a better place than YouTube because YouTube, it has ads at the end. So if you do videos and they store them in YouTube, you're going to see cat videos and you don't want that. You want to look as professional as possible. Vimeo, I think, is the most professional video hosting place, but they also have something called Vimeo Record, and it's a Chrome browser. It's free to use. You can use as many as you want. And that's a great place for you to, you can click it, make a interview. You can do a webcam that's, all of you or you and your screen. So it could be you and your resume, and you could have your resume up your screen and you could be saying, I just wanted to highlight this extra point, and you might want to talk about an experience that you did. And then you can then email that link and make it private and put it inside a email to somebody that you spoke with. So Vimeo Record is great. Loom, Loom, not to be confused with Zoom. Loom is another thing where you can do the webcam video, you can do your full screen, you can do a screen and you as a little circle bubble, and you can walk people through, maybe a slide deck or your resume or maybe your LinkedIn profile, anything. You can do anything. And what I like about Loom is if you email a Loom link to somebody, you can actually put an animated GIF, right? So it's like a little thumbnail, an animated thumbnail inside the email. So instead of somebody opening up the email and seeing a link that says, thank you for interviewing me, this would be a little picture of you waving or thumbs up, or maybe you have like a little whiteboard that says, Carol, because that's who you're writing to. Carol Smith, I love you, or something, and you hold up your whiteboard and you're waving or something. That's going to get people's attention, and you can do that with Loom on the free plan. So those are my two favorites. And then, of course, I'm a huge Canva fan. You can do so much with Canva. I wouldn't recommend using Canva for your resume, but you could do an awesome slide deck. And Canva has a feature where you can now do a video and you're kind of in that bubble. You've got your screen, you can do your presentation, create it in Canva, have speaker notes, create a video, and walk people through a presentation. So maybe you want to take your resume and chunk it out as a presentation in a slide deck and talk it through. And if you're a shy person and you don't want to be on camera, Canva allows you to do audio only as well. And then at the very end, you get a link. You can share that link with people, and then it's saved in the cloud. It's pretty cool.
So this is like unbelievable because everything that you have shared so far is free. So it's kind of like no excuse, right? They're all free and they're all easy to use. Even somebody who is not a video queen or a tech geek can use them. The other thing I do want to do a shout out for is creatives and marketers. This is gold for you because, and any other job seeker, because if you have a work sample, this is a way to bring it to life. I know that, there are people on this, watching this call that have metrics, infographics, places that they are able to highlight their wins. And this would be a quick, easy way to show seeing is believing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is
Oh, yeah.
also, I mean, so much of the job seeking process is, as you referenced, you know, rising above the noise, standing out. And the third one is being memorable. So tell me that a hiring manager and or recruiter isn't going to remember that, because
Absolutely.
no one else is, you know, very few at best are doing it. I often make the comparison and ask people, you know, how many cards, personal cards, did you receive in the mail today? And they're like,
None.
no. How many emails did you receive? Hundreds. So, you know, when other people are zigging, go ahead and zag. And this is absolutely a brilliant way to really get yourself known and remembered. So I love every single one. Do you want to drop a third gold nugget?
Um,
Can we talk about ClipChamp?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you're a phone person, so ClipChamp is my favorite for being on the phone. It's for an iPhone. I love ClipChamp. You can record in it. You can do your captions in it. They have templates. So if you want to have a cool looking template, they have templates. You can have a logo or not have a logo, and it's free. Like, you can't get better than this. And this is the secret sauce. ClipChamp is also on the desktop version. Now, it doesn't have captioning, but you can do some fancy dancy videos with ClipChamp, recording yourself, dropping it in. You can add B-roll. So if you're a creative and you want to just go to town, check out ClipChamp on the desktop. And again, you can use the free version, but I love ClipChamp on the phone. That's my number one way. And what I tell people is, you must do anything on LinkedIn. If you want to do anything with video on LinkedIn, do a video cover story. You want to do that. That's so important, because if somebody comes to your LinkedIn profile, could be a recruiter, it could be just somebody networking with you, that little, picture moving, animated, is just a way for people to go, stop, click, watch, connect. That's what we want to do. We want to do that. And the extra tip that I would want to share with everybody too is ABC, always be Chrome. Be in Chrome. You've got to use Chrome as your default browser for video. It's so important because most of these tools work in Chrome. And I have a video about this. If you have to do a video application, a video part to go with a job application, start your application in Chrome, because if you get to the end and you've got to do the video and you're not in Chrome, you're going to rip out your hair, because you're going to have to do it all over again.
Right. And if you have curly hair, that's going to hurt.
It is going to hurt.
So I just want to do a quick shout out for cover stories. For anybody that doesn't know, cover stories are that little bubble on your LinkedIn profile that make you come to life. Please, if you have any questions about how to do it, go to Jillian's profile. Her second, is it your second featured item? Second featured item shows you, I don't even remember, 20 something plus people who have done this and their examples. So make it your own, but don't leave this stone unturned. So many people not only just, excuse the French, but dumb down their LinkedIn banner and go with the generic. That's not going to be very memorable. And then
or a blank head.
And now I'm hiring a ghost. I don't think so. And thirdly, you can even take your banner up to the next level by including that cover story so that your profile picture comes to life. You have what, 30 seconds?
Yeah. If you're recording outside of LinkedIn, which I think you should, because I think you should make your video accessible to everyone, to the deaf, to the hard of hearing, to people who English is a second language. Having captions is so important. So I'm a big, big caption queen. And so you can't do that inside of LinkedIn. You'd have to record it. iPhone, use ClipChamp because you want to do the vertical video. So you want to use your phone to do it. And you have to do your whole video cover story through your phone. So desktop users, yes, you're going to have to go dig out that phone and get that app, that LinkedIn app. And if you record it outside, you want to narrow your video down to 29 seconds or it won't upload. It's real. LinkedIn is really picky. If you're not an iPhone user and you're an Android person, you can use Voicella, and it's Voicella. That's how it is. And then another free app you can use. And if you go to my video cover story, which is on my featured section, I have tutorials on all of these. Plus, if you're a camera shy person and you're just like, no, can't do it, can't talk into the phone just yet, I have a way you can do it in Canva. An audiogram is another one. Headliner's a great program to check out. You can do an audiogram where that's just a picture. You can just take a static picture and upload an MP3 file, which is your an audio recording, and then have those kind of cool sound waves going across and captions. And that can be a video. So you can really think outside the box, especially if you're creative. You can really think outside of the box.
Awesome. Wow. So I'm going to give, hey, Rich Scott, thanks for joining. And Sarah Burgess, oh my goodness, always happy to see you. Alana, I hope that you found that insight and direction for cover story. And Jeff, with the kudos to Jillian for creating his cover story, because she is the queen of cover stories and all things video, right?
Yeah, he's great.
For sure.
Great.
Oh my God, the best. And Anna Morgan, woo, woo, woo. Diamonds that you're dropping. I love it. So one of the last things that we're going to talk about now is if you, Jillian, Whitney, were in today's hiring process and in the market as a job seeker, what is the one thing you would do now to stand out? How would you use video to really seal the deal for all of your interviews, informational interviews or coffee conversations, and even relationship building?
Well, for starters, just get comfortable with the tech and get used to using videos. Challenge yourself to send people a video in LinkedIn, just a standard one in the message stream. I try to send people ones for birthdays. That's a great one.
So did you know that? That's also free. So
yes,
you can leave voice notes through the through your phone as a DM, right?
Yep.
Hey, Jillian, it was awesome that you came on the show today. And you can also use that same feature, same methodology with video.
Exactly.
So this is great. You have a connection request. I get these periodically. I connect with somebody and they leave me something on video and they're like, hey, thanks for connecting. I really appreciate it. Blah, 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 blah. Now I have a name with a face.
Yep. Yep.
Right.
And they're saved. So if somebody connects with you, say if you connect with somebody on video and you send a quick follow-up, it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be something like, oh, it's my scripted one. It's like, just pull out your phone and just say, hi, it was so awesome to connect with you. I'm really excited. We both go to the same university or something like that. Just something that maybe go to their profile, pick out something and just say, I really love the colors of your banner. They made me excited, something personal. And then if you leave that, remember it's saved in your message stream. So if maybe a month later they go, who was that Jillian Whitney again? If they go to the messages, that video is still there and they can watch it and remember you. Whereas, you know, you can connect with sometimes 10, 15 people in a day. And all of a sudden you're like, I don't remember who was who's from England, who's from, you know, New Jersey. I can't keep it all straight in my brain. I call that
the ice cream headache, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what is
brain freeze? But the one thing that I would do if I was a job seeker today is I would send a thank you. Whoever I interviewed with, whoever took the time to network with me, I would send them a video through email. And I would use something like Loom, Vimeo record, and just put that little personal thank you in. And the thing to never do, don't ever send an email attachment. I had a job seeker talk to me about that once, and he said, I'm always uploading videos to the email. And I said, well, nobody's going to open those. They're too big. Videos are huge honking files. They cannot be emailed. So what you want to do, and you don't want to do a Google Drive attachment or anything like that. You want something slick and professional. Get Vimeo record, get Loom. So Loom is especially good because of that little video thumbnail, and do that and you will be remembered, because that's the last thing. And especially if you blow an interview, you might get on the interview and you might be like, your cat started jumping around and you're like, oh my God, I'll never get the job now. Well, send that video that just says, it was awesome to meet with you. Don't apologize. Just move forward. It was awesome to meet with you. I'm so excited about this job and I can't wait to get started. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Who's not going to love that? You'll get remembered.
Absolutely. I love what Tegan said. I should do this for accepting connection requests. It would save so much time versus typing the message out. Yeah. I think we all need to kind of automate that, in terms of not automate the video, but automate that process, right? So that we go to video rather than leaning on the typing piece. But for sure. I also want to just mention, as part of this thank you note and follow-up idea with with video, is that this is, we talked about this before, the recency effect. Scientifically, our brains will remember the beginning and the end. So when you first meet somebody, you're going to remember the end. And if that applies to you in an interview, right, they're going to remember the beginning, rapport building. They're going to remember the end, the questions that you ask. So go ahead and use this as an extension of the recency effect, because then they have another touch point to actually put the name with the face and remember something. And, all the time I suggest to clients, you use the PS, create a PS. A PS can be personal. I was working with a client yesterday, and she found out that this particular hiring manager has taken some time off in Florida, and we looked at best beach bars in Florida and put that in there. And so that way you can, really show them them with video, and create a connection that is more meaningful than just, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
Like like, how many of those do you think that a hiring manager or recruiter gets? Hundreds.
Exactly. They're great.
Hundreds. So thank you notes, video, follow-up, all of this. Wow. Jillian, I can't even, really can't even, because it's every single time. I also want to do a quick shout out for ClipChamp, because you showed me how to use ClipChamp, and you can edit those captions, because they always spell my name Lauren, and I'm like, no. So you can go in, you can also put emojis in there, which I didn't realize until I started playing around with it. It's super fun. The captions are easy, and the frames are really well done, nice graphics and stuff like that. So I'm going to repeat these. Easy peasy starter tips to get going with video: Vimeo and Loom, all free. Canva, slide decks and videos, and you can also narrate your work samples there, which is beautiful graphics. ClipChamp, we just talked about. Do a cover story. Do a cover story. If you do a cover story, anybody that's watching this, and send it to me, I will absolutely 100% comment. I'll probably jump up and down.
Me too.
Yes. So send it to me and Jillian when it's done, and always be Chrome. And the last one I just want to say is use video for follow-ups, right?
Absolutely. Thank you notes. Thank you video notes.
Yes. Yes. So everyone, please go follow Jillian Whitney. Literally, drops the crown because it's so fixed on her head, and it gets so weighty. It's just amazing how many tips that you have and the knowledge that you have about how to really take the ick out of the process. Doesn't matter whether you're introvert or extrovert. As Jillian shared before this, she's an introvert.
I'm an introvert. If I can do it, you can do it.
Yes. So keep practicing. Let us know how we can, be supportive. If you are struggling with video, I know I do. I've done so many and most of them suck, but after a while it gets easier. So everybody, thank you for today, and thank you for joining. And Jillian, amazing as always. I'll talk to you later on Clubhouse.
All right. Yeah, everybody join us over there.
Yes, exactly. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Let us know how we can help. Bye-bye.
Bye.